Good evening.
Hi, hello.
Welcome to Ones Upon Our Own. We're here to play some Bloodlands, get back into our campaign. Some announcements before we play. No announcements today. All right. So, let's go ahead and get it.
Got him.
So let's go ahead and get into a recap. Last we left off, Frederica rejoined the group, coming up as the group were crouched down, getting their backs all sore as they spent about an hour and a half, 30 minutes, 30 feet away from some Dominion soldiers, discussing the best route of approach. You found it. You somehow got through my labyrinth, twists and turns, multiple of them, without hitting a single trap, of which there are about 6. But okay,
Wild.
that's fine.
Hooray!
And we capped it off with a nice little slaughter of the entire Dominion camp at the border.
They had a couple.
Frederica tamed a chicken, kind of. Named it Bartholomew. And he's joined the party now.
Hooray!
I think that's about it. You guys found a scroll detailing what Bishop maybe thought were some kind of instructions or some kind of letter, some sort of formal looking document in the camp, written in this goblinoid language that none of you speak.
You missed the part where I looked off into the distance, really good and like stuff.
Yes, Azul, in the aftermath of the battle, walked away from the rest of the group and gazed into the Dominion, into unknown enemy territory. And in the distance, beyond the road, beyond the trees, you saw in the hilltops what looked like smoke from campfires, a large camp of some sort, perhaps an army, perhaps something else. But now you all reside within the border of the Dominion, no longer in the Republic. Still searching down the source of the demons that had attacked Crescent Hold, if they do in fact lie in this area, as well as maybe uncovering some answers to the questions of that smaller if that you had seen, that seemed to have, well, some innocent folk, maybe innocent, maybe not, but definitely some people slain by non-demonic hands, non-fiendish hands, for some reason or another. You guys really don't know. So, the 6 of you here, ready to go? Any questions? And is the music cutting out for anyone except me? Like, it's really bad.
I mean, I can't even hear music.
Yeah, it's cutting
I
out.
don't think so. Is it? You're not.
Oh, I can hear
You're
it
not
now.
coming out at all.
It's like coming in, going away. I don't think that's the song.
Yeah.
That would be a weird choice for a song.
It's like dum 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 dum.
And then it just stops.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Every time. Mm-hmm.
and then that exact beat drop. Maybe it's. I can't imagine it's intentional.
That does not seem intentional. Alright, anyways, does anyone have any questions? If not, you guys are still, some in better shape than others. It is maybe around midday or so, a little bit into the afternoon at this point.
Well, Azul
Maybe a
saw
little
into
bit
the
further,
future.
probably like mid-afternoon. Let's say, yeah, it's mid-afternoon-ish at this point.
Oh.
Sorry for interrupting you.
Huh?
Something Azul?
Huh?
I think you to me. You spoke to Azul.
I was just saying that Azul's on to the future. That's all I said.
Oh yeah.
Was just a comment. Yeah.
Azul is from the future?
I suppose. No, it just looks like that. With how I'm staring so intently at the horizon. Downloading all of the data of this landscape.
Downloading the data.
As a magical being should.
Yeah. Just taking it all in.
By looking into the sun, you're gonna go blind.
Actually, yeah, you don't have to make a check for that. You're good. You can be blind if you want.
How far into the
Close your
future
eyes.
did Azul actually see? Out of character question, of course.
What are you talking about?
Couple. Only a few.
It's about a second and a half in either direction. What?
Nice. Yeah.
Impressive.
That's huge.
I mean, we'll let everybody know.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, we're not in our territory anymore, and it looks like the path ahead is dangerous. Potentially.
Well, nothing's changed. We're still here to do the job, huh? So let's get
That's
to
for
it.
certain.
Right. And it doesn't seem like being democratic is truly working, so we'll just proceed with caution and maybe I'd still like to avoid conflict, but if approached with it, then I guess we will do what we must.
We will.
I don't think. Sorry.
We will simply match their energies. If they wish to
Right.
fight, then so be it.
But most importantly, just like we were told by the people in Cremona, we need to avoid an entire country going to war. So let's not be too hasty. All right. So where are we going? You said you had a bit of a premonition, from what I'm hearing.
Not a premonition, but
I mean, a whole second's nothing to sneeze at.
right.
Maybe you could do more in the future.
Perhaps
Can you see that far ahead?
merely an observation that there is campfires ahead. Which, I mean, Bishop probably has some experience.
Experience
So,
with what?
looking ahead, that's beyond the roadway. This roadway, as you guys are traveling upon it, actually comes to an end a few miles from the border gate. You notice that there's a lack of civilization around this area, from what you can see. No towns, villages, homes, farms. Whatever you notice is in ruin. And from the looks of it, you're not sure on any sort of Dominion architecture beyond what you saw from their wall and gate, but what you're seeing here is very reminiscent of, at least for some of you, like the ruins not too far from Millgrove. where you had first fought and encountered the spores. So, not completely familiar with the exacting details of every battle, skirmish, and change of territory and border between the between the Republic and the Dominion. It does seem like some of these structures, some of this land, at some point must have been Republic territory based on the ruins that you're seeing. As the afternoon carries on, could somebody make a perception check for me?
I'll do it. Yeah, I guess I'll do it. It's a 21.
Okay. Off the road a ways, you see large thickets of trees. The area around here quickly becomes what seems to be sort of untamed, uncivilized lands. You do notice above the treetops, above the canopies, a ways away from you, you notice a flock of birds, seemingly startled from their position resting in the trees, flying upward. A couple moments later, you see a few more birds closer to you react the same way. They're still in the distance, maybe about walking speed for you guys, about 10 minutes perhaps, so it's quite far. But that's what you noticed.
You said that I noticed birds?
Yeah, you notice birds surging from the treetops as if something had spooked them into flying out of their resting point, and then a little while later you noticed the same kind of thing again, except a little bit closer to you. Seems like following a path. It appears as if something is moving towards you through the forest.
Hey. Over there. The wildlife. Look at the birds. It's like something's disturbing the forest and headed in our direction.
Do you think it could be one of those soldiers again?
It very well could be, but I wouldn't know what to say at this point. It's but that's
Probably better to surprise than be surprised. Is there anything? Are we like out in the direct open?
No, at this point, you guys have kind of entered a forest path. The road went into these trees, and you're in the lightly wooded area right now, heading deeper into the forest where Bishop had sort of in that direction seen that coming from. Following and looking where the birds are coming from, they are at an angle in front of you, not directly in the path that you were walking or had decided to travel, but it seems like they're coming. If something is moving from that direction towards you, it would be from those large hills that you had noticed earlier, Azul.
Can we? I guess can I get some like cover?
You're going to hide. All right. Azul off the path. And decides to lay low for a while. Everybody else, what are you doing? Frederica, what are you doing?
Bok, 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 bok.
But I mean, is there like any bushes or anything big enough where I can take my chicken?
I don't think there are giant war chicken-sized bushes around here.
Okay.
You might have to go a little bit of a ways away.
It's either going forward or going a little bit away, so I'm gonna just take my chicken.
Just
I'm gonna.
get off the chicken.
Okay. Sit still, Bartholomew. I'll be right back.
And
I'm
leave
gonna-
the chicken out on the road. All right.
Yes.
Why did the chicken cross the road?
All right.
Don't you start.
Go ahead and make an animal handling check.
Oh no.
Sorry, this thing's bigger. It's a war chicken after all. Bok. 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 Darth chicken bok.
Oh no. Chicken in America.
It's in Russia.
It's over there. Chicken is you.
Chicken fry you bok.
Book.
Oh my god.
Phew.
Right, you're still exhausted. Wow. Alright, so you're like, hang tight, Bartholomew, bok. And he hangs tight in the road, just kind of putzing around in a circle, pecking at the ground occasionally. Bok. Alright. So, as Azul, Frederica, everyone taking a position off the side, like trying to hide a bit, seeing what's going on.
Yeah, I would try to do that too.
Yep, I'll be hiding on the side as well, bracing myself and getting my arrow ready.
Alright. Ezekiel, Persephone.
I'm gonna be. I guess
Ezekiel's gonna go
shuffled
scouting
wherever
ahead.
I can
Alright.
fit. No, please. Have mercy. I'm gonna take a my little hiding spot.
Ezekiel, over here! Psst. Next to me!
Oh. Okay. I'm gonna shimmy over.
Yes. Persephone?
I do actually want to go further up the road a little before I hide, so that I'm in front of Bartholomew. So the first thing, is to protect him, because
The first thing is to, of course, protect
he
Bartholomew.
needs to be protected,
Alright. Hold on. We need my immersion. We need separate Frederica and Bartholomew. There we go.
Whoa! I'm not that far from Bartholomew.
You still like out the way. Miss Bartholomew out the way. And so Persephone's a bit further up. Ezekiel with Melody. Bishop hang out with Azul, the buddies. Alright. A little more than 10 minutes pass, perhaps 12 minutes and about 37 seconds pass before Persephone. You notice a pair of Dominion soldiers. Each of them riding a saddled war chicken, beginning to make their way through the forest towards the road that you all had just been traveling on and are on the path of. Rather, they're going to cross paths with you. Could everyone make a stealth check, please? Bonk! Bonk!
my best
Bonk!
shot.
Bonk! 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 Bonk!
That's a 17 for me.
Egg salad.
Yeah.
Ah! Bartholomew, get out of the ground!
Alright.
so that was an 8.
Okay.
6. A strong 6.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
If I put like a really nice word on it, maybe I won't be hurt.
We're quite the stealthy bunch. If you don't know, if you haven't noticed, huh?
I mean,
Ooh, very
you two are,
unfortunate.
absolutely. The only ones, the adults in the room are quite stealthy. So, as you all take your position and try to maintain quiet, some of you certainly better than others. Melody and Ezekiel crouch down in a bush together, kind of elbowing each other. Get out of the way, move over. Imagine. Persephone.
God damn it!
Get out of the step! Ow! That's my ribs. Get your
Guys,
you're
what
such
are you doing?
bony elbow. Why are your elbows so
What's
bony?
going on over there? What are you guys
Swear on
doing?
everything you do.
Stop
Stop
it.
butting your head into me.
There's people coming.
Kristolf. Du rest. Good stuff. Krach. Eh. What's that? They look at the chicken. This lone war chicken in the middle of their path. Still saddled, armored up. One of them, they approach. One of them dismounts off of theirs and goes up to the war chicken and goes up to Bartholomew. Takes its reins and looks at it. Reaches up, puts a hand to the side of its face and checks it out a bit. Looks back. Si cela. Durach. Eh. And begins to guide Bartholomew back, taking his reins as well as the reins of his own chicken, seemingly more distracted, more taken by the sight of one of their mounts just apparently here than the slight rustling noises and sounds that were coming from, well, just off the path. And so, these two Dominion soldiers, one now dismounted off of his war chicken, guiding Bartholomew, and the one that's still mounted, continue on past. They pass by you, Persephone. They pass by Frederica. Approach the
My
area
chicken!
where they approach where they're coming between Bishop and Azul and Melody and Ezekiel, and one of them, the one riding, holds his war chicken up as the other continues walking ahead and glances off the path in the direction of Melody and Ezekiel. Shrugs, must have been the wind, natural one, and continues.
Look, we took the chicken, Ezekiel.
You're gonna take Bartholomew.
We gotta do something.
So, can I Eldritch Blast one of them?
The one riding the chicken or the one guiding Bartholomew?
The one riding the chicken, please.
Alright, sure. Go ahead and make your attack roll. Persephone gets up. Stop, cock thief!
I don't know why I said that. It's very rude.
I'm
Anyway,
sorry. I'll stop. I'll stop.
no, no.
I'm bad.
So that's
I'm
an 18 to
caffeinated.
hit.
Yes, that hits.
That's a 5 force damage and a 22 to hit. And that's
Yes,
a
that
6.
hits. A 6. So, hold on. Let's see. Okay. So the two force blasts strike the Dominion soldier that's riding the chicken. He manages to stay on the chicken that veers back, flutters its wings in surprise as he turns it round towards you and sees you on the road, Persephone, and shouts out to you.
You can't take Bartholomew.
He reaches out, grabs his sword, shield, and with a resolute cry begins to charge towards you, Persephone, on the back of his war chicken.
Can I just get ready
Persephone,
to-
why did you do that?
I'm now gonna shoot at that person.
All right, go ahead and take a shot, Bishop.
All right.
Let's see.
That's an 11 to hit.
All right, that does not hit. So the Dominion soldier riding the war chicken rides up to you, Persephone, and swinging down from his position on top of the mount, attacks you with a 12 to hit. That does not. No.
It's just,
D-
no.
Disadvantage. You just sidestep out of the way. The other drops the reins of Bartholomew and the chicken that he was previously riding and begins to take out his sword and shield. And as he's doing that, Bishop, your gunshot fires off, which spooks Bartholomew and the other chicken, and they start running off into the forest.
Well,
Can I
So-
chase after him?
You're chasing after Bartholomew? Sure, go for it. Melody's chasing after Bartholomew. That sounds good. All right. Bishop, Frederica, Ezekiel, right now, there is a Dominion soldier on top of a war chicken right in Persephone's face, and the other one is about at the position a little bit beyond where you are, Azul, and where Ezekiel is. Melody, could you make a dexterity check, please?
Alright, dexterity check. Oh, that is an 11.
All right. So, stumbling a bit as you get going, you don't immediately get your footing underneath you, and the war chicken does begin to pull away. Though it is quite the large beast, you have not lost sight of it, but it has begun to pull away from you. Melody is taken off.
Come back, you rat with wings!
Could you make an intimidation check?
Hey, really? That's. It's a 25.
Okay. All right, we'll get to that in a bit. The Dominion soldier that was holding Bartholomew and the other chicken turns Bishop as you stand and is going to attempt to come for you with a 17 to hit. You manage to turn, get out of the way, dodge in time, I believe, right?
Yep.
All right. So he's standing there 5 feet from you. Right now, the only two that have been noticed, as far as you guys know, are Bishop and Persephone, who are engaged one each in these Dominion soldiers.
I couldn't make my way towards Persephone. I'm not gonna let her fight. Oh.
Yeah. You rush out, maul out.
If Bishop is in range, I will.
You're standing right next to him still.
Oh, I meant the thing, the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he melee attacked him. Yeah, so okay, I will attack him with
All right.
practice range.
Gotcha. Frederica and Azul, make your attack rolls.
22 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
$14 points.
All right. So, from the bushes, Frederica, you charge. You leap, maul in hand, and whack this Dominion soldier off the war chicken he's riding after he attacked your sister. He lands in a crumpled heap after falling off of his mount. Azul?
You're with advantage.
Yes.
Because he
I
has-
guess you're unseen from him, I suppose.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
What? Oh man. Oh man.
Oh man.
I forgot that they couldn't see me.
Yeah.
The
Maybe you shouldn't have
Stop
shouted
her.
"It's high noon" right before the shot.
I mean,
That's true.
I just didn't want to ask the question. I thought about it, but I didn't want to be the guy to be
Well,
like,
from now on, be that
Shouldn't
guy.
have just
Or the-
announced "Taste lead, punk," and then you should stop doing that.
Maybe we ask
23.
questions to later.
yeah.
What? I think you got
23
that.
to hit.
Yes. I think you got that backwards, Ezekiel.
Mhm.
No, I'm
And
saying he
then
should
12
have
damage.
it backwards.
Yep. So that hits, and the magic strikes. A faint afterglow of your magic radiates around his armor. He raises his shield in a defensive stance. Now surprised, but now aware that there is more of you than he had originally thought. Ezekiel, Melody's taken off, chasing after Bartholomew. The rest of your party has engaged with these two Dominion soldiers.
I've been. The guy is going to attack us. I'm gonna toll the dead, the one who was riding the chicken.
Okay. That's a 4.
Oh yeah. Oh nice 2d12. 3d12. That is 9 necrotic damage.
With that and the loud gong of the necrotic bell. Ding dong. Ding dong. Who is
Ding
it?
dong.
Death.
Ah.
Okay, come in. Ah, bleh,
Ah!
bleh.
Yeah,
So-
you got me. Blah.
The Dominion soldier crumbles. Seems these two have been taken care of. Melody
The
is
most
still off,
delicate ways.
chasing Bartholomew and shouting at the chicken. Angry, vile, mean words towards the hapless beast.
You'll become tonight's dinner if you don't come back!
As if understanding your words. Maybe not their literal meaning, but certainly the intent in your voice and with the passion and malice with which you shout it. The war chicken Bartholomew does in fact slow. Turns towards you with a wary expression on his foul face.
There.
That's how was your approach.
Come on now. Come to me. Let's be friends again. Don't run off. It's good chicken. Good
Make an
chicken.
animal handling check.
Why is there boss music?
That's a 19.
Okay. You Bartholomew. Paulus. Follows you back. Slowly, tentatively. Not because he trusts you. Probably because he's scared of you.
No.
This is not a healthy relationship. And as soon as Bartholomew follows you back towards the clearing, and Frederica sees her war chicken, her best friend, that she's known for 2 hours now. Bartholomew hastily leaves your side, Melody, and kind of just heads back, hovering around Frederica. Bok, 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 bok. Pecking at the ground. Pecking at Frederica's shoulder. Bok.
Yeah, well, that turned out better than I expected.
Hey, you need to stop
Frederica's-
telling it we're gonna eat it.
Well, I had no other choice. I mean, it worked.
No
Did
other
it die?
You could just be nice to it.
Oh, you know, I didn't think of that. Maybe I should next time.
Melody's never considered being kind to animals. It's just not a thing.
Psycho. I'm just gonna walk away and go to the chicken and start petting it. If I'm able to. Can I pet it?
Yeah, go to make an animal handling check.
Yeah, I
This
hope
is great.
so.
You know what? Can I inspire him to be the best animal petter ever?
Sure. You can give him an inspiration dice. I guess you can't force him to use it on this check, though.
That's true.
How long do inspiration dice last?
10 minutes.
Oh. Man, I never get these anyways, so I'm
So
I'm
yeah,
gonna use
I'm
it.
gonna...
Sure, I'll just use my action and not move, so I'll do Born to Perform.
Okay, so
Oh man,
13
Yep.
plus the...
she got that free one.
What I get is
D8, yep,
D8.
she's gonna go ahead and use her chicken dance. That's a huge oversight on my part.
You gave us
Just
better
full-
guidance.
No,
That
just full.
was a
No, just
D6.
full. Everyone gets out of combat initiative, inspiration before. No, that's an oversight.
Wait, how could that? Well, I mean, technically, you wouldn't be able to do that because that would
Oh,
be
because she only gets it
multiple.
to the end of the, everyone it has to be used
Yeah.
by the end. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm too smart. I got
Yeah.
this.
But
Jesus. Why did I doubt myself? I don't make mistakes. I don't make mistakes.
Only you people make mistakes. You people make mistakes.
Yeah, exactly.
Mistakes are for
18 on
poors
the
and
hand.
dumbs.
Oh my god.
What?
Oh.
Bishop does not approve this message.
This message is not approved by Bishop.
This message. So, 18, how feisty is this chicken?
Not very. You managed to come up and you managed to pet it. Your feathers are, surprisingly soft, but it's got nasty looking talons and like a razor sharp beak. Like upon closer inspection, it looks as if the beak and talons of this chicken have been like filed and sharpened manually to be more weapon, like more dangerous.
Well, that's fine. Bartholomew is friend-shaped, so I'm just gonna be like, I'm sorry she said that to you, you poor thing. You're such a cutie.
Alright. So, standing here on the road amidst, a couple more Dominion soldiers, right? Who now lay deceased for the crime of trying to take their chicken.
How dare this?
How dare
It was our chicken.
they?
It's our chicken.
Didn't they see its name tag?
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, you saw those buildings. They're just like the ones outside of Billgrove. It isn't. It's exactly the same, or very nearly the same, I think. I mean, ruins are ruins, but sort of, This was the Republic before. At one point.
Yeah. Before they were driven back, it seems. Not a surprise since the Blood Wars made it a lot harder to defend our borders. Shame, really.
So, continuing on deeper into Dominion territory, no clear indication or clues even as to where the demons that have attacked Crescent Hold came from, or even how the Dominion functions. How far in could they have possibly come from to still have gone to Crescent Hold? What, if anything, are they doing? Is Dominion's ties to these fiends, if they have any? As the evening draws on, find yourself ready to find a place to rest, especially you, Frederica, guiding Bartholomew by the reins. You hear something. You spent the entire afternoon and most of the evening passing by these old ruins. Who knows how old? Possibly anywhere from a dozen to 100 years old. Tell nature and growth has begun to reclaim the previous structures, much like they had outside of Millgrove. Through the dimly lit twilight, you hear what sounds like pinging, the repeated striking of metal on metal. Persephone, it's a familiar sound to you. It's sound of something, of a hammer striking an anvil, and it's coming from somewhere within one of these nearby complexes of ruins. One of these former Republican towns or villages.
Somebody is smithing something in one of these buildings nearby. Not sure where exactly, but it's an unmistakable sound.
Glancing round, none of you can spot the signs of smoke or forge. Nothing but the sound of this hammering. Certainly doesn't look like anything around here is in such a condition to act as a smithy or a forge. The infrastructure around here has pretty much all been decimated. You hear it, it's unmistakable, pinging out through the quiet of the approaching night.
We have to see what's causing that noise. I say we head towards it.
Persephone, you lead the way, and within a couple minutes, peering round the remnants of some stone framework of a building that used to be, you can see in the dim light a humanoid figure, maybe a block or two away, or what used to be a block or two away, standing amidst the ruins of an old forge, the actual furnace itself having crumbled, unusable, but the anvil, rusted and chipped as it may be, still there. and a humanoid figure standing beside it, crouched over almost awkwardly with small, short strikes, striking something onto the anvil. Not the long, languished, powerful strikes that you would associate with a blacksmith. This seems like his movements are stiff, they are short, and ineffectual for any actual smithing work, as far as your expertise would tell you. You'd have to get closer if you wanted to find out more details, but getting closer at this point could also potentially, well, alert them to your presence. Ping. Ping. Ping.
Right. Well, of course, I need to see what's happening.
You're approaching silently, or are you just walking? Okay, go ahead and make a
Just
stealth
walking up,
check.
not really.
Oh, you're
stealthing.
not me.
No,
Okay.
because I'm clanky, probably about as clanky as they are. You know.
All right. So, as you approach, it does not seem as if the man, as you come to find, as you see, notices you. Focused instead, crouched, stood hunched over this anvil. You notice his wrists and ankles in chains, shackled, connecting to his waist. That's what's restricting his movements, what makes these movements short and jerky, and looks like with whatever implement tools that he had found around here is trying to break these chains on.
Oh no! I mean, do you?
He looks like a member of the Dominion. He has this crimson skin. His hair, though, is long, ragged, as are his clothes and facial hair.
Hello?
He clambers to his feet, the chains clanking as he does. He shuffles backwards quickly as he can, almost stumbling, holding out the small hammer, almost like a weapon. You notice that his stance, as restricted as it is, does belie some martial prowess that he either has or once had.
Why are you in those? I mean, do you understand me?
I understand. What is a Republican doing this far into the...
We found some people that were, well, they were killed, I think, to open a rift for demons or something. I'm not sure what exactly happened, but we're trying to get to the bottom of it. Do you know anything? I could help. I mean, I know how to do what you're trying to. I mean, I could help you. I could help you.
Make a persuasion check with advantage, please.
So that's a 24 total.
He doesn't respond in words, but does give you a nod. You also notice that he didn't recoil, respond with confusion or bewilderment. when you mentioned what you mentioned. Instead, he approaches and kneels down in a pretty dignified posture and places the chains across the rusted anvil, one of his wrists on either side, stretching the shackles taut.
Actually, if you... could I look at the shackle if you don't mind?
You look at the shackles,
Is there
examining them.
a key?
There is not. There is a place where you can see them closing, but there is no keyhole. Does not seem like these were ever meant to even have the op being taken off.
You can't even remove them. I don't... Why isn't there a keyhole? I don't understand.
Once judgment has been passed, it is final. This is punishment for my crime.
What was your crime, if you don't mind me asking?
He looks down for a moment and back up at you. The most serious offense a Dominion soldier could commit. Cowardice in battle.
Was it though? Cowardice? Because you seem to not be taken aback by what I said. So you know something of this, and I'm going to get out my smith's tools and begin working with the chains.
Alright, go ahead and make a smith's tools check, please. With, let's say, dexterity. You're gonna have to be pretty close to skin and flesh, so.
Oh, not on the shackle right now. I was just going to
The
do
chain?
the chain
Okay.
first.
Sure.
Yeah, because that would make it easier.
Alright. So. Let's just say intelligence, I guess.
Oh. What's a 6?
It might take a while.
Fear can sometimes be a valuable tool.
Where'd you come from?
What?
Nothing. Sorry, I didn't realize that you were pro.
After this amount of time, I would.
Okay. Sure. So, if he notices more people approaching,
I don't know if it's anybody else. But
draw a bit. Even.
don't know if
a
I wanted to
single
bring
person.
anybody else with me.
Alright. He takes back the. He withdraws the chain and the shackles back away from you, Persephone, as he notices Azul speaking. He's a bit surprised, it seems, but it doesn't appear as if he's entirely fearful at this point. There are more of you. I suppose that makes sense. Are you invaders? Retaliation, perhaps.
No, I believe. Well, I didn't hear much other than what was said recently, but I believe my friend here would have told you what we were here for in relation to the rifts. Nothing more.
You can see there's something going on behind his eyes. He's mulling something over. Then how many more are you? He moves back towards you, Persephone, and once again places the chains in a position that you can continue working on them.
Well, I suppose it's 7 now because of Bartholomew.
Not nearly enough of a force to do anything. Do you know what you are doing? If
Go on. Sorry.
if you are found, if you have not been already, you will not last long. I do not know for what reason you seek out these rifts, you called them, thing that brings the fiend. But well,
To
the
close them.
Dominion will not accept him.
To close them, we want to close the rifts. If left open, it's... the damage they can do is untold. I've watched an entire city fall. And all of its people, most of them anyway. You know, it's not to close the rifts. That's what we want with them.
And it didn't even take much time. A few days, I believe.
You can see him thinking about something and really nodding his head as Persephone, using your smith's tools to wedge and work, weaken the chain, to manage to try and pull a couple links apart so that his arms now free, though the shackles remained on his wrist. Change now dangle freely, and he has at least that motion. Still has the chains shackled to his ankle.
I'm trying to think of what to do about the shackles. I haven't quite formulated an exact plan, but I have some thoughts, and I just need some time to think on those. But I could do the chains on your ankles now if you want.
He nods and sits back, bending his legs and allowing you to. He looks up to the two of you, or has anyone else joined yet, or hanging, just finding a place to sleep, or making dinner?
Yeah, making bacon. No,
Just, yes, we're having chicken tonight. Don't you know?
I think I'm probably still outside of the
You're still
the
probably still
room.
hiding back. Okay.
Yeah.
Looking around the place wouldn't be the worst place to set up for the night. There's enough ruined structures and remnants of some sort of stone frameworks and such to block direct line of sight from where you'd expect anyone to be traveling. So anyone that does not want to go up to where Persephone and Azul are can start setting up camp.
Yeah, I'd probably help with setting up camp.
Hop
I'll
to.
be helping Bishop and I guess Melody set up camp.
All right. Fred's already asleep. War chicken set up like like a big old big old fluffy pillow ball. They
The
rest
best.
together. Yeah. Just no neck, just a body and a head. Zul and Persephone continue speaking with this Dominion prisoner. Oh, I am a prisoner, though I have been condemned. I do not consider myself any less a citizen of the Dominion. I appreciate what you are doing. But my love of my home has not wavered, nor has my feeling about yours or you. I know of what you speak, somewhat at least. And I could bring you there.
We would be really grateful if you did.
I would not do it for you or your mission or your...
We're not here as part of the... We are from the Republic, but we're not here as envoys of the Republic or with Republican interests. We're just here because of the fiends. We want to stop them.
Not even for that. There's only one bring you there. Because after I so too
I think you're cutting
was sorry. I need to speak up probably.
out. Sorry.
No problem. After I was in prison, so too my wife for speaking out on my behalf.
I'm so sorry.
I do not wish for your sympathies or apologies. The only reason I will agree to bring you to find what it is you are looking for is to get her back.
Is that...
I do not...
Wait, is that why you're in shackles like this?
Yes.
You mean they're doing it on purpose?
Shackling us. Imprisoning us.
Well, you said the rifts are there.
I know of... I do not know exactly what they are. I do not know how they are brought into being. For what purpose? Well, actually, the purpose for the destruction of the Republic and all the Dominion's enemy.
The Dominion would damn themselves at the same time that they would destroy the Republic. What madness is that?
From what I've seen, from my time there, as a laborer. It did not seem as if it was ushering any destruction to the Dominion. Whatever it was, they seemed to have some knowledge or control.
But
At least that is how they behaved.
the rift that we saw when we came before we crossed the border didn't have just Republican people slain beneath it. It was your kind too. It wasn't just Republican citizens that were murdered. It was your Dominion people as well. So if the Dominion is doing this, they're sacrificing you as well.
That is why I need to get back and find my wife. That is, I expect, the fate I was able to avoid by sneaking off. I have no pride, no shame anymore. What I have done is unforgivable. But she did nothing wrong, except for marrying a fool and a wretch. Am I still cutting out to you guys?
No, that was great. I heard everything.
No, I hear you.
Yeah.
Because my music is still skipping around, so it just makes me feel like my shit's too. And there it goes.
It's just the music.
Yeah, it's just the
Alright.
music. You actually sound fine.
Cool.
It seems like the only time it's cutting out is when you're a little too low.
Okay.
So it sounds like we can help each other. Sort of, maybe. I mean, you can at least get us there.
You said there were 7 of you.
Yes.
He shakes his head. The mess of hair around his face falling in dirty strands. It is a foolish venture. You will not succeed.
What about your wall? Do you think we could have gotten across that?
I would suspect not. But clearly, even so, that is nothing compared to what awaits where I was sent. An operation the scale of which I do not know. Sent to mine to dig for something unusual. It's not ore or metal or precious gems. Else they bring out these symbols, effigy, strange carvings of stone. And all the while, lingering above the entire quarry. Well, what you will have called, I suppose, a rift. Like a second sun lingering.
Do you believe, or do you follow any of the gods or?
To you?
Hmm?
He looks to you almost I have my faiths, yes.
Okay, good. So you might want to ask for a few favors, you know?
If we are to be successful, well, it certainly would be divine. I have long made peace with my fate. Know that you don't have to walk into this. I will be going with or without you. I would caution some amount of thought before you throw away your lives.
No, no one intends to throw away their lives here. But really, here, I'm going to stop trying to break the chains for a moment and rifle in my bag of holding and pull out a ration and give it to him.
Takes it a little bit more eagerly and enthusiastically than his otherwise, despite his predicament and situation, calm demeanor has been thus far. And he slows himself as if remembering his etiquette, and thanks you before eating as you finish breaking the chains that bind his ankles together. He stands up, stretches his arms, shoulders back. You can see him experiencing and feeling a range of motion that he probably has not long.
I think you could probably use some rest before we head out.
He nods.
Sorry.
And
Hmm? What was that?
he nods, and if you're going to head back towards where the camp is getting set up, follows you.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so rude. I forgot to ask. What is your name?
Dirk. And yours.
I'm Persephone.
He hesitates for a beat. Thank you, Persephone. And extends his hand, and you can see his physique is lean, malnourished. You can tell that once upon a time he was a well-fit, athletically built soldier of the Dominion. It's like all the muscle, all of the stuff that would give him this lively vibrance has fallen away from his frame, but still has the frame and still carries himself like a warrior. Though his hand is bony, dirty, as he extends it to shake you.
I'll shake his hand. Okay, so let's see about rest. And do you want another ration? I have more. If you'd like another, I'll offer another to him.
He takes it and looks at it, and I appreciate this, but that was more than I've eaten in one sitting in a long while. My stomach has shrunk to the size of a wall.
Okay, well, you can just keep this, for later, whenever, if you need. I have. What do I have?
Nods and
Ah.
follows you back, and as you guys are at the camp, what's up?
Oh, I was just going to offer him a shield.
A shield? Okay.
Yeah.
He takes it and feels the weight. You can see it's a familiar feeling for him. He goes and holds it in a variety of different martial poses, but it seems like the weight's like a bit off, like his body's not used to it anymore, even though his mind. But he nods. And heading back towards the camp with with Azul and Persephone. Those of you still awake hear the soft jingling, rattling of chains as Persephone, Azul, and this hobgoblin approach the camp.
Ezekiel is
Fireball.
laying down but still awake. No, not for guys.
Watch out! His enemy! Get down!
I'll save you. No, he's kind of just like awake, but not really doing anything. So he's gonna notice.
Okay.
So I have a problem. Maybe you could help me with Bishop or anybody really. I don't know how to get these shackles off. There's no keyhole or anything, and I was trying to think of a way that would be not harmful to remove them.
Huh. Aren't you full of surprises?
He knows where the rift is, and he's going to take us there. His name's Dirk. This is Bishop.
Howdy.
Looks at you and like stares you in the eye and just sort of looks like measuring you up almost. But he gives you a slight bow and a greeting.
It's nice to meet you. My name's Ezekiel. I'm gonna kind of wave over from the side.
He looks to your side, and his expression's a little bit softer when it falls on Ezekiel, as if there's a totally different expression, a totally different look in the eyes. There was a hardness to his gaze. He glanced at Bishop, and he silently gives you a nod. You can see he's not exactly thrilled to be in this company. As you know Persephone, as do since you were there for the conversation, he has his own goals, his own plan.
Are you sure this is wise, Persephone?
Well, I mean, we don't know where this rift is, and he does. Says he does, at least. And, I mean, they shackled him. I mean, these shackles don't have... There's no way to remove them. Like, there's no key. They're permanent. I don't see how that's. I mean, he's very loyal to the Dominion still, obviously. I mean, you can speak for yourself if you wish to, but, you know. I don't really do wise, I just do.
Walks past you, Persephone, and up to you, Bishop. This withered, older, malnourished hobgoblin that stands maybe half a head shorter than you. Nonetheless, looks up, meets your eyes, unblinking, unwavering. I know a fellow soldier when I see one.
Mm-hmm.
And he walks off. Sits down, legs crossed, as he takes a position, just resting in the general vicinity of the rest.
Bishop, might I borrow you a moment?
Yeah.
So, going to try to go far enough away that we can speak quietly without being too overheard, and just kind of explain that, you know, they have his wife, and she didn't do anything. She just was found guilty alongside him, and she's imprisoned as well. And that's why he wants to go back, with or without us.
All right.
So,
Uh,
go ahead.
no, you go.
Well, I was just going to say, I gave him a shield, but it seems like it might be too heavy. Do you have anything lighter that might be... I don't know. It just seems not good to... I mean, he described it. He thinks we won't survive if we go there, because there's a lot of people like him there, and it seems organized. They said that the rift's been there for some time. He said there's no fiends yet, or there weren't when he was there, but...
Well, I'm gonna trust you. I don't think we really need them. I mean, I've been changing lately, and I think I've gotten somewhat of a feeling, a tug, when it comes to fiends now. Kind of know where they might be sometimes, and but I get it. He's trying to get back to his family, and I can understand that. I have an idea. Now it's a little crazy, but if we can find some sort of, at least some sort of link, some sort of seam in those shackles, and maybe we can line it with just a little bit of tack. Maybe a swift hit of a hammer might just blow them off.
Oh, maybe.
Not sure if he wants to lose his hands though. You know how this thing is. It's unstable, but might be the only thing we can do.
Yeah, or, you know, yeah. It could work. That might not be a bad idea. I don't have tack, so I wasn't really accounting for it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I still got plenty on me, so it's an option. Probably
Is this
would
what
need
you
it.
guys want to do? I'm ready for it. I'm ready for the dice to see what happens.
It would probably be better if your steady hand did that, though. I mean, seeing as you're probably the more experienced one with smithing it all. But what do you say?
I mean, if he's willing to try. I mean, it's an explosion, so I should explain it to him first. But, yeah, I mean... It's probably
Yeah.
worth a go if it lets him be more robot, you know, because it otherwise would be. Well, probably.
We definitely would use just a little bit, maybe as much as I put in a bullet,
That much?
maybe less.
That seems like a lot.
One bullet for all 4, spread across all 4.
Oh,
It-
maybe all 4. Yeah, I guess if you use like 1 bullet's worth of cows, maybe that would work. Yeah, I mean we could try it. We could try. That's all we can do really.
hmm
Because I don't think I could get anything hot enough, and then it's against his skin, so getting it hot would be terrible.
Yeah. I mean,
Sorry, go.
we would have to check if there's some sort of inseam or so. I'm guessing they have to interlock somewhere, right? Was it like they were welded together or something?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do shackle shut as you saw Persephone, but they don't have a keyhole. It's the only thing. They just close and then they're closed. That's it.
Okay.
So going back over to him, those of you still awake as Persephone and Bishop begin to work together. Bishop, you get out a very small amount of tack. Persephone, you get out your thieves' tools, lockpick, something to basically take a bit of the tack and get it into where the shackle clasps to close together. Could you make a sleight of hands check, a thieves' tool dexterity check? All the while they're working, Ezekiel, Melody, if you want to, you're around, you can talk with each other, whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up to Ezekiel and tell him, "Hey, there you are! I was over here building camp by myself. Where did you and Bishop go?"
What? We were all building camp. What are you on about? I'm gonna say, like, I was kind of like leaning back, laying on my my little sack, stargazing.
Well, where's Bishop? As I'm like trying to look over his shoulder, or over, over across from him, trying to look for Bishop.
He's busy talking to Persephone. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay, sure. Anything I need to know about?
No, in fact, it's something that we don't need to know about. That's why they pulled it to the side.
I see. Well, I'll be up then. Probably stargazing along with you.
Well, in that case, just grab your stack and come over here.
Sure. And Melody goes to run and gets her sack.
Right, so you guys laying stargazing as you can hear sun completely finish. The stars come out right. Same sky that you're used to from the Republic. You're not too far away. Somehow. Bishop, Persephone, you together. What was that?
I didn't light my drift globe or torch or anything, so it's like a 7.
Oh no. Hell, you guys are working together.
Oh, am I sleight of hand
right.
checking too?
No, you're not sleight of hand in anything. She's doing it.
Okay. Okay.
Well, it's a thieves' tools check, so she has proficiency.
Yeah.
Proficiency plus dexterity. But you guys are working together.
So it's a little higher than that. I mean, it was, yeah. So that makes it a 10 plus proficiency.
Wonderful.
Well, wait, that was the dexterity check with the thieves' tools, right? It was
Yes.
just, I rolled a 7, I didn't add the proficiency, so it's 10 total.
Okay. So, is your dex plus 0?
No, I rolled a 5 plus
Oh.
2.
Gotcha.
I rolled really poorly.
Yeah. So 10, that's average. So you're an average person playing with explosives. That's fine. Let's see what happens. So as you're working and putting the attack as carefully as you can between the crease and clasp of the shackle. Set it up. Every single one of these 4 shackles is set, primed, and ready. Now the only thing is to strike it with such precision and the correct amount of force to hopefully produce the effect that you wish. So, who's going to be doing that?
So just to understand, so the
So right now she used the thieves tools to basically get like a little bit of tack on the end of like a pick and spread it into the crevice, into the crease where the shackle clasps together. And she has done that for every single one.
Okay.
But now there's the need to get that little bit of spark or something to make it boom. Just enough to hopefully blow the shackles apart without hurting him or taking a hand. We'll see. What is this stuff? It smells of day-old ash.
It's explosive. It's volatile.
It's the only way we think that we can take these off. Definitely risky, but if you're willing to try.
He looks down towards his wrists, feels the weight of the shackles. If there's any chance that I'm going to get her out of there, I cannot be. Must have every small advantage I can get. So, do what you think is best. So who is going to be striking? Or is that the plan? You're gonna. I guess you could light it on fire if you wanted to try to see what that does.
I'm over here for that.
That was that fireball.
Did someone want a fireball?
Oh no.
Probably do have to give it a little.
Well, probably the spark from the hammer impacting the metal should be enough to ignite it, don't you think?
Yeah, I
I
mean
mean,
that's.
maybe not.
Little touch of flint, something like basically recreating the gun mechanism outside right here.
Yep, that's pretty much what we're doing. Yeah. Just that we're doing the hammer part instead of the mechanism on the gun.
So who's gonna do that? It's Bishop representing.
This should work, right? I mean, you know, it should be good. I mean, do we have any flint? I mean, do you have any to spare? Ready?
Yeah, I believe we do. I do have a tinderbox.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So-
I have one too. So
Yeah.
silly right now. Okay. I'm just going to set the drift globe up to a little bit of light here while we try to do this. So I can do it. I mean, unless you feeling like you want to, but I don't. This'll work.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make sure that we hold this steady.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Persephone, are you the one that's actually making the check?
I guess so.
All right, go
No,
ahead and make a
actually,
Smith's to
definitely,
what? No.
this is fine. We're doing this.
Da-
Definitely.
you.
And I'm gonna hold his hand steady on
Alright.
something, so he's not shaking or anything. Gotta make sure it's just very still.
Yep. All right, Persephone, go ahead and make a Smith's check using your dexterity.
Do I get advantage or anything?
Yes, with advantage. The DC is determined by your previous check.
Okay, that's a 21 total.
Did advantage help?
It did. I mean, it was a 10. Otherwise.
So, with Bishop holding his arm steady, with the man surprisingly quite calm considering what's himself, Persephone, you bring the hammer down with such precision at just the right place with just the right amount of force, cause the small spark and like a small firecracker going off. It blows a inch or so chunk, about a square inch or so chunk out of the shackles, and they fall apart just enough that they're able to be worked and pulled apart.
Yes!
Whatever mechanism locked
I
on.
knew it. I mean, I'm so glad. This is exactly as expected.
You do not inspire confidence, but your results speak for themselves. I must say, I'm not thrilled to be an experiment, but he takes and rings his wrist with his other hand. You can see difference, the wear, the indentation on his skin, on his forearm from where the shackles have been clasped for so long. It's a completely different shade of the crimson red of his skin, and there is a very noticeable indentation and mark around his wrist. You go around Persephone, and one after the other, the shackles fall apart. Until Dirk stands now, finally, after who knows how long, freed, unshackled, unchained. And you can see almost a renewed vigor about his body language.
So everything's intact. I'm like, kind of examining, but not touching him or anything.
I feel better than I have in years. This again feels the weight of the shield. Though he goes through the motion, it seems like there's a renewed vigor about him. His eyes have sort of this 1,000-yard stare about them as he goes, as if the moment he takes the shield and begins to go through the different, maybe training formations, whatever's been ingrained in battles he's been a part of, can see he's there for the next 15, 20 seconds before you push the shield down and I still am not optimistic about the success for either of us. Does not dilute my gratitude for giving me the chance.
We just have to be small. You know, right, Bishop?
Yeah. We've done a lot more with a lot less, so. I'm pretty confident that we can do what needs to be done.
Well, the quarry is about a 7, perhaps 6-hour walk here. Further into Dominion territory. It is a dig site, a place set up on the edge of, well, beyond the edge of normal Dominion civilization. We are right now in a large, basically buffer area, a volatile land. The borders between my nation did decades, so none have settled and set up home on this land. Well, at least since those who once called this place home did.
Do you think you can manage a shield, or what weapons are you able to use?
Whatever I can get my hands on, I will be able to manage. You have a blade. If you have a blade or bow, I can utilize those.
Are they in the general, like, campgrounds by now, or are they still off in the...
They're not off to the side. Persephone and Bishop went off to the side, but they came back after.
okay, I thought they
they're
brought him
in
over
the
to
general
this
area.
place, too.
No, they didn't bring him with.
Okay. I have... I might not have a weapon, but, I have a bit of armor that I used to use. If it would be useful for you.
Looks down at towards you, Ezekiel. May not provide the coverage of my old Dominion armor, but as I told Persephone, I will not say no to any advantage, however small.
Right, well, I'm gonna kind of ruffle through my pack and pull out some old folded up hide armor.
Okay.
Well, here, I hope this helps.
Takes it and nods. Feeling it. It's probably going to be a little bit small on him. Maybe not, I don't know. He's quite lean at the moment, so maybe the difference in height is made up for by his scrawnier frame at this point. Seems like it'll... What?
How tall is he? I thought he was a little shorter than us.
No, he's a little bit shorter than Bishop.
Oh, Bishop, right. Bishop's...
Yeah, you guys are not all the same height. I don't know what you're saying.
no. No, I just, like, I thought he was, like, a size smaller, not just, like, a little bit smaller
he's
than Bishop.
definitely, like, they're all humanoid sized.
Okay.
Yeah, they're all medium creatures. You've not been fighting, little
Little
waist high things.
Okay. Yeah, my 5 foot.
You come to the
item.
Dominion, you're gonna pay!
The
Time for the Dominion!
Okay, because this is a peak lean Ezekiel. I don't know.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Alright. Maybe it's just fine. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not magic kind of armor. Sizes. How much realism in the game? Give the Taru the Galka's armor. One size fit all fucking hide armor.
Oh yeah.
Alright. Is there anything that you guys want to discuss, talk about, ask before taking the rest and beginning the journey towards this quarry the next morning?
I would actually just ask him to recount what he said to me about what's in the quarry, so that like everyone was already listening. You know, you all heard it, but just so that so everybody knows. I mean, I guess except Fred, who's listening, but otherwise.
I'm unaware how long this project has been underway for. In my time in chains, I was moved from place to place. I've only been at the quarry but a few months. And by the time I got there, it was well established. It is a project led by one of the Dominion's warlord, General Zog. And what I thought was going to be more of the same, mining either ore to fund the Dominion's war machine or precious gems, it was not. Strange effigies of stone be uncovered. Teams of individuals, not soldiers, but more scholarly types, came in to investigate. Came in to guide. And as I told you before, that thing hovering above it all, though I know not its purpose, I know not its reason, or how it got there. Lights up the night like a blood red sun. It's horrible, unsettling energy radiating from it that floods the place.
Did you ever hear a voice?
From the rift, as you
Yes.
say? No. Though, at one point, he did see one of the creatures conversing with one of ours. A creature unlike any I had seen before, only one. I had not seen anything come from out that place, that thing. But one night I did see, silhouetted, a creature unlike any I had seen before, though it spoke our language. at least the language we share, no.
Did you catch the conversation?
He shakes his head. It's too far. It was in the general's tent. What I saw, light from within, casting shadows upon the canvas. I've not seen one of these fiends before. But if these stories, myths, legends I've heard are an indicator, it would be that what I saw. Who's coming in and out?
Dune.
Oh, no.
Mr. Dungeon Master Man, I have a question.
Yes.
Based on the description of a bloody red sun in the sky, have we seen? I believe we've seen a portal like that, but I'm not quite certain.
You've seen rifts, and you're not sure, depending on how familiar he is with it. Like, even something mind-boggling to someone not familiar with.
Alright. Okay. Well, certainly seems like we have a journey ahead of us.
If he's not exaggerating anything, the way that he talks about it, the way that he describes it, it sounds like something larger than anything you've encountered.
Oh, that's great.
He describes the silhouette of the creature, of the fiend, presumably that he had seen, though only a shadow of it. Describes it sort of as, well, the stereotypical fiend. Humanoid, horns, wings.
How good of a look did you get at us? The reason I asked, the wings, were they feathery?
I only saw what I saw. It was but a shadow through the canvas of his tent. Did not get a direct look at the thing.
Alright.
I didn't get a clear look at it, obviously, but Azul did, whatever that was. Does that sound similar?
Given he's only seen the silhouette, I don't know if we can...
I don't know if Dune's back. He would seem to have been disconnecting, connecting. I don't know if he's back or if he caught the conversation before he connected.
I did not. My bad.
So Dirk was describing that he did see basically like a silhouetted conversation. Like he saw someone having a conversation inside of a tent, only saw the silhouettes, the shadows of the figures on the canvas of the tent due to light from inside of it. And one of them, well, he described as your stereotypical kind of fiendish visage, horns.
Oh, feather
Um,
wings too.
I don't think
Yeah.
he didn't specify feathery.
Oh, he didn't.
No.
Oh.
Ezekiel asked, and he
I
said
was
he
just
wasn't sure.
asking. No.
Well, the thing that I saw was I couldn't confirm with you whether it was a fiend. The feathery wings made it seem a bit more celestial, but they were an off color than what I would imagine a celestial would have for wings.
Hmm. Then we have what sounds to be such a long day ahead of us. I'm gonna retire for the night. Melody, are you staying where you are? Are you gonna go to sleep right there? Or are you gonna go back to where you were? I'm down for either. Melody, I'm gonna come and shake her, see if
No,
she's
she's
sleeping
sleeping.
or
Why are you
not.
waking her up? She's sleeping.
Huh? What? Hey Zeke, what's going on? Sorry, I was lost in thought about, what.
Do you want to stay here for the night, or do you want to go back to your little camp setup?
Actually, I'm just gonna take a walk if that's okay with you. Get some fresh air. You stay here and guard my stuff. And she smiles softly at Ezekiel and stands up and walks away.
No. Good God. I hope it's not like last time she went to go take a walk. And kind of like face palm a little bit.
Hmm.
I'm going to bed. Can someone keep an eye on her?
That's alright, I got some things to think about, and I'll stay here by the fire and just keep. I'll be up for watch for a little longer, so you all get to rest. I'm sure she'll
Yeah.
show up eventually. I'll be here.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Bishop.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't
for
mention it.
this and the shackles, that was your idea. Good idea. Clever idea. Anyway, thanks again.
Yeah, no
Good
problem.
night, guys. Good night, Dirk.
Good night.
See you in the morning.
Alright.
I'm gonna just stumble over and see. Do I see Bishop in the campfire?
You can find him. He's not hiding from you, I don't think.
Is
Are you
he
hiding, Bishop?
staying safe from me? Is he
I'm
keeping
just-
himself safe from me?
I'm just here. I'm just thinking.
Oh. Looks like everybody went to sleep already, huh?
Well,
What are you still doing up?
I just got a lot on my mind. I'm just tired. It just seems the more we go on this journey, the closer I feel like we're heading down the same path as fiends. Just look at what we've gone through lately. I mean, I don't feel a thing killing the Dricthari. And, Dirk made me think they're a lot more like us than we think. And, I'm just not sure we're doing the right thing anymore.
Oh, Melody just sits down next to Bishop and gets a bit closer to him. Well, what is it exactly that you're unsure of? I mean, I think we're doing great. We've been protecting people, closing these rifts. I mean, like you've protected me from danger, and you know, I've never thanked you back there. So, and she blushes slowly. Thank you for what you do, Bishop.
Yeah. Of course, I'm always gonna be there for you.
Hey, remember I told you can always tell me everything or anything that's on your mind. So, you know, well, if you ever think the world is just being unfair, I just want you to know that um I'll always be here, and I'll always care. And you can count on me. She reaches out to give Bishop a hug and slightly just gives him a small peck on the cheek.
Bishop is stunned for a moment.
I'll protect you. And we'll keep moving ahead as she holds his hand and locks eyes with him. I won't let anything harm you, Bishop. I know you'll do the same for us.
And just for a second, Bishop kind of forgets everything and stares back at Melody's green eyes, and for a moment he forgets himself and he leans in for a kiss.
Oh man.
No.
And he quickly snaps out of it. He's like, I'm sorry, Melody. I just for a moment, everything went blank, and I shouldn't have done that. That was a mistake. I have a family. I love my wife. I'm sorry. You don't deserve that. I'm sorry. And he just stands up, just ashamed at what he just did, and he doesn't have words anymore. It's just a tightness in his chest.
Melody just looks up at him, muted and speechless. And she looks down and she gets up and she slightly just nods at him and says, good night, Bishop. And she turns around and starts walking back slowly over to her sack where Ezekiel is and mutters to herself, Ezekiel's right again. Just happened.
And as you all settle in for either a restless or restful night of sleep, depending, let's go ahead and take a break. before the sun rises. Frederica, you were the one that went to bed the earliest. You are first to rise. You kind of do so in a little bit of a daze, coming off of your hard previous day of riding and catching up with the rest of the group and all the stuff that had transpired since then. Light sort of pecking at your shoulder, torso area from the large war chicken Bartholomew that you are using as a pillow at the moment. Wake up a little bit bleary-eyed and notice that you are the first up, thanks to your mount.
My chicken.
Walk.
I'll feed the chicken first, so if I have any remainder food, definitely.
I think that you guys took it from there, so yeah, you're easily enough. You get up, gather some feed. Bartholomew happily pecks at it and eats his fill.
Might I ask what he sounds like while he eats his fill?
I guess I would. Well, I'm not really sure. I literally crashed first thing, so I guess I'll do my workout. So I'll wait for everyone else to slowly wake up.
Yep. So you get up, find some stuff around that you could use as like on the benches, just natural morning stretches, workouts. Find some discarded pieces of lumber or otherwise and use that. By the time that the others start waking up, you've already got a good sweat going and you've been up for maybe about half an hour or so by the time the sun rises and everyone getting up to start their day. So, what you guys doing?
Melody's just waking up next to Ezekiel last with drooping eyelids, lowered lip corners. Aw.
Meh.
You know what?
Maybe I should develop like a smoking habit.
What?
If cigarettes exist.
Melody would have more of drinks. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
Drinking
Starting off the day, just
For
shit.
once,
wake up in the morning.
Ezekiel is waking up pretty not groggy. He's gonna get up, he's gonna roll up his hat. Melody, how long do you stay out for your walk?
Hey, Ezekiel. It was a few hours, maybe. Sort of. It was a few hours. So she's just looking down, not even looking directly at Ezekiel, answering his question.
Well, that explains why you look like a ghoul. Okay, go walk off.
Yeah. Yeah, she's just starting to get up now. Yeah. Did you have anything for breakfast yet?
No, I'm just loading up my pack now. Why? Are you
No
hungry
reason.
or something?
I don't think so. I'm actually not hungry. I'll just be over there, away. Just let me know if you need anything. I'll just I'm just tired, that's all. I'm sorry.
Okay. Don't be
tired.
Just go wake up. It's You're fine.
Yeah. Maybe I'll go check what the girls are up to. Then see you in a bit. And she's just
All right.
walking away.
Alright. So as you're walking away, getting up, trying on the hide armor, taking the shield is the Drekthari Hobgoblin Dirk. Talking to anyone who wants to be around. You should not see many Dominion soldiers on the way to the quarry. Unless they are making another to the... If we stay a bit of a ways off of the beaten path, it should be a straight shot there. Though actually approaching the grounds may be a task once we are on site. As I said, the general and his men are the ones in charge of the site. This is a warlord who normally, for him to be overseeing an operation is strange. And it only means it must be important in some way related to the Dominion's conquest.
Right.
He
So we
takes
still
out some...
need to find you a weapon of some sort.
If you do not have one on you, well, I don't think that you're going to be finding anything laying around here. Perhaps... He looks down, as if contemplating what he's about to say. Perhaps grab one of the soldiers at the quarry, once it becomes available. You can see a bit of conflict in his demeanor. The sort of warring between his sense of national pride that he still holds and this, and going against that for his wife.
Right, well, you're there for your wife, mainly, and if we can, we'll help. And I don't have a spare weapon. I mean, I use my, I hold on my hands, fists,
Just... Alright. When we get there, I would advise against rushing in haphazardly. You should take a measured approach. I am not sure how you are to accomplish the goals you have, but if the result is to rid the general of his second son, well, they will not let you do that without a fight. Like I told you last night, and...
You mean the rift? I thought you were talking about a child.
No, yes, the rift. Sorry, this term you use is new to me.
So sorry, I was very confused for a moment. I was like, why are we talking about children now?
I apologize.
But yes, this is serious. Yeah, it will have to be careful. I mean, when we start to get close, let me know. I think I might go in unarmed, just for the beginning, to try to make it a little less difficult.
He nods. Then we should not waste time. The rest of you gather up and you come up as Frederica, you come up, joining the rest of the group with the reins of Bartholomew. Dirk sees the war chicken and you leading it. There's curiosity as that in head. He walks up to it and says something to the chicken, goblinoid language. Gives a couple gentle pats on the neck and continues to the rest of you forward. As you head deeper into the Dominion, going beyond a day's travel back to the border that, well, camp at least that you left in ruins. Who knows if it's been discovered by now and what that may entail. Twice over the next 6 hours, you find yourselves hiding amidst the forest, amidst the trees, as either lone or groups of Dominion soldiers either on patrol or making their way to different outposts almost cross paths with you within a couple 100 feet. You exit this heavily wooded, forested area for one that you can see is a field of felled trees and tree stumps, a clearing made where the underbrush and grass of the forest gives way to bare and rocky dirt and earth. You see tall scaffolding and what looks like the beginnings of a carved descent. Into what Dirk points out is the quarry. You all are about 500 feet from the entrance of it. And about 300 feet ahead of you, you can see a cart being drawn by what looks like a human man wearing rags, and alongside him is a Dominion soldier as they are heading back towards that quarry area. We are nearing the entrance to the site. Above there, where they are headed, if you see those piles of logs bundled, tied together, alongside they've dug down a series of stairs and natural rock leads down into the quarry, where the main dig site and the rift is. Last I was here, there were no less than 3 dozen soldiers under the general's command.
If that's the case, then we're gonna have to definitely move in a way that's advantageous to us. Try to be as stealthy as possible and get the jump on them. We definitely don't want to take a fair fight.
So, are you guys approaching? If you want to be as stealthy as possible, I don't know what both. Stealth chicken.
No, I would leave Bartholomew behind,
Okay.
or maybe.
You could leave him behind, or I mean, you could also, if you wanted to. This is just out of game suggestion, obviously. It depends. If you want to leave him behind, that's one thing. Or if you wanted to bring him, it would probably be wise to have it be like a Frederica and Bartholomew stay far enough back until, shit gets real enough that the chicken coming in isn't a big deal. Because you've already started your plan or tipped your hand or whatever. It's up to you.
I'm afraid of losing my chicken in all of this, if I'm being quite honest.
Fair.
I don't know.
Very fair.
But it is a war chicken. It is, You know what? I'm going to ask the chicken itself. Bartholomew. I can't guarantee I'll protect you.
Bok.
But if you stand by me, I'll fight as fiercely as I possibly can.
Make an animal handling check. Or a persuasion check, your choice. Just animal handling. Except I want you to use your charisma.
Spoke to me in a different language.
You're talking, but it's about the energy you give off. It's about the vibe, just the chicken vibe with you right now. Fuck.
Chicken box.
Oh, I'm so used to looking at my fucking. But that's terrible. 9. Not enough fucking charisma.
Don't worry, buddy. You're doing fine.
He's about to fucking drop
Chicken
me.
turns its head slightly to the side, blinks a couple times. You're talking to it. It doesn't. Whether your message got conveyed or not into its head, whether you're fuck. It's up to you. As you move, it still hasn't had any problems following you. Use its reins or ride on the saddle to guide it. It hasn't given you any problems. But it's up to you. So, Persephone, I know
I'm
you
gonna-
wanted to. Go ahead.
I'm gonna leave. My intention is to leave Bartholomew behind. Maybe I'll leave like a bit of food kind of towards the side. They're not gonna think anything more of a war chicken than it being a war chicken, so I can't imagine it would technically be in enemy territory.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a Dominion's chicken.
No, he's my chicken now.
Yeah, but they don't know that.
If you
Don't know
are
that.
concerned for
Um,
its safety, you could tie it.
I could what?
You could tie it somewhere.
I have rope just for this moment. Okay. I'm gonna tie the chicken.
All right.
Leave a pile of food, and I'm gonna, like, very scarcely as we're walking, just like throw little pecks of food, very like apart from each other as we continue walking forward. Plus, I do believe that I belong on the front lines, and I feel like I've kind of held us back by having Bartholomew nearby.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah.
So, you secure Bartholomew to a by tree. Persephone, I believe you unarmor yourself.
Yeah, I want to doff my armor.
Alright, so it takes an action. Your arcane armor retract. Where does it come from? Does it like come from your gauntlet?
Yes, absolutely.
Cool.
Iron Man.
So, is everybody moving forward together?
Indubitably.
Alright.
Yep.
Could
I think me
everyone?
Oh no, I was gonna say I think me and Ezekiel are gonna be like maybe kind of in the back line, you know, behind the front liners. If we're moving
Sounds
forward.
good.
Keep you guys protected.
I'm very slow. I just had a thought though. Since Dirk is largely unarmed at the moment, and you want Bartholomew to be safe, maybe he could ride Bartholomew to keep an eye on him, and still like be protected in some way, kind of. But also, if you'd rather leave him, that's fine too.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? It was a little bit slow for me.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking you were talking and you're like lamenting leaving Bartholomew behind, and I was like, oh, we have Dirk and he doesn't have a weapon quite yet, and so maybe it would be better for him to come in a little later, maybe, and then he could ride Bartholomew to keep Bartholomew with us, but back a ways. And also, people might not think anything of him riding Bartholomew. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
That's up to Bartholomew. If he wants to listen to whatever his name is, then so be it. But I am not in control of the chicken. The chicken is an individual, a very fierce individual, if you will. But that's a good idea.
Hells. Well, if it means protecting Ezekiel, I mean, not Ezekiel.
Bartholomew?
Bartholomew.
They're both chicken, so.
Wait, you confuse
Oh, man.
Ezekiel with the chicken.
War chicken.
No.
The difference.
What's the difference?
Both the blocks sound really similar, so.
The difference
It's
is the chicken
okay.
doesn't piss itself.
Oh.
Yeah, okay, Bishop.
Well.
I mean, you seem like. Are you running a fever? I'm like gonna go put my wrist on. Try to put my wrist on his forehead.
You seem unwell, Bishop. Something seems to be bothering you. Are you feeling ill?
I'm fine. It's don't worry, Persephone. I'm fine. So just here, Dirk. I expect to get this back. And I'm gonna hand him my +1 longsword.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
He takes it, examines it, and appreciates its craftsmanship. Nods. Shield, the hide armor. Now the long sword. I'm here for my wife. I'm not afraid to fight. But he nods. If this is the strategy we believe would give us the best chance, then I will do it.
You're the ace up our sleeve. No one's gonna suspect that you're on our side. Because you're not. But you are. For your family. So,
Or now. For
Yeah.
this moment.
Exactly.
He nods to you, and you can see that there's an understanding. So, as the rest of you approach, you make a stealth check. Anyone who is approaching.
That's an 18 from me.
8. Alright.
I got a 9.
13.
Okay.
I got another 6.
Oh, what the? I got a 24. Oh,
Woo.
I guess Melody is focused today.
Alright. Alright, so on average, that's some pretty good rolls. Those of you that are more locked in, more focused than others, make up for those who either may have faltered, may be distracted, or may not see exactly what you see the best approach, or you guys watch each other's backs, and you do manage to get up to the entrance to the quarry unnoticed for the time being. Now this might take a while. Builds in a moment.
Go.
As you approach through tall grass, you can see 2 Dominion soldiers as they converse with one another and direct this human slave in chains, much like Dirk was. As he unloads a cart of felled saplings, logs, and begins to bundle them. You guys are somewhere in here. Looking around. I need to do something real quick.
Oh
Because-
my.
Hold on. It's fine. I need to do something to fix it. Always loads in broken and like rewind time and then fast forward it. Weird tabletop stuff.
Ah,
It's gonna take a minute. Like it's weird like interactions. Collision basically doesn't work until I do this. Which is bizarre. Alright, we're good now. So you all are approaching. You have, it seems, yet to be seen. Somewhere behind you, a couple 100 feet, or maybe a little bit, Bartholomew and Dirk.
alright. And we're in this bush just watching these guys right here.
Yep, so they've just pulled up this cart full of logs and such and them and tying them together. The escort back, and these two are talking, standing guard, watching as slave does his work.
Well, I would very quietly propose, or even silently propose, that we try to coordinatedly dispatch these two before they could react. And hopefully, or either that or maybe try to get his attention and have him distract the guards so we could get the jump on them.
Azul, do you think you could do that mind thing? Tell him to run away and we'll cover him?
Well, I can certainly try.
But I'm sorry, I couldn't hear what was said. What you said, Nemo.
Oh, I just asked if Azul could do his like quiet and like talking to him inside his mind and tell him to run away as a distraction, like you suggested, and then maybe we'll cover him.
Good idea.
Or if this isn't the plane we just attack, that's fine too.
No, I'll warn him. Right. But be prepared to act.
I'm gonna ready my bow to attack. Let's say discard.
Okay.
I would like to, I guess if we're running like ready actions or hold actions, I would hold action command on Dominion Soldier that I'm currently hovering.
So, Azul, everyone around you gets themselves. You can see their weapons clutching on to their magical foci, ready to cast spells. You watch as the Republican seeming slave shuffling in chains, finishes stacking the last of the logs from the cart.
Okay, so that moment I'll shout in his mind. Get out of here now, you're in danger.
Make a persuasion check.
I would
As
like to
he's-
use forceful presence.
As he looks
Gives me
around,
advantage.
yes. As he looks around, what's going on? As you see his eyes go wide, he looks around, trying not to draw too much attention to see the fear in his eyes, the ness of your shout in his head. He looks and he notices at least some of you. Grass glances back towards Dominion soldiers. And you can see something in him, maybe a little remnant of hope or something flicker, burn, and he begins to shuffle off slowly because he's bound, but the sound of the rattling chain alerts the soldiers and they look. One of them even laughs to the other as he continues to shuffle away, and the soldier's head. This one goes just to get a better view as this one runs up, wielding his sword with the hilt ready to maybe knock him with the handle of his sword, with the hilt of his sword.
Question.
Yes.
So the Born to Perform, am I able to use it to inspire somebody at this moment?
Sure. Who are you inspiring?
Since I can't really move, and Bishop is right next to me, I'm just gonna do Born to Perform next to Bishop and just touch his arm and just smile sadly and Born to Perform him and inspire.
The sad smile of inspiration fills you with determination, Bishop. Go ahead and make your attack roll against the soldier.
And I'm guessing with advantage since we're hidden?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Alright.
Well, that's a much more...
That is, just for funsies, I'm gonna roll a d8. Alright, that's a 30 to hit.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And that is a, funny enough, lowest roll possible. A 17 to hit on
17
this.
damage.
Yeah, 17 damage. This is not combat yet, right? This is out of combat?
At the moment.
Okay, just wanted to know for Dread Ambusher purposes, because I think I have to be in combat. It has to be like the first turn of combat.
First turn of combat, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright,
Okay.
so the arrow strikes and he stumbles back into the cart. This Dominion soldier, as the release of Bishop's bow, Ezekiel, you cast your spell command.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 19 on his saving throw.
Oh, he does nothing.
Alright. Persephone, Frederica. You see the Dominion soldier get hit, stagger back into the cart, giving a little bit more room for the shackled man to shuffle away. What are you two doing? As Ezekiel, you attempt to cast the spellcast command on this Dominion soldier. has no effect. Seems where something is going on as he sees the arrow hit his comrade. Persephone, Frederica.
Could I'll just blast the one that Bishop hit? Because
Yes.
I don't think I have line of sight on the other one.
You have line of sight on both.
Okay. So
Why do you have a chain? Why are you a chain?
I saw that too.
It was
What?
like down there somewhere.
The
I think.
train.
Oof. It's down there somewhere?
Oh wait, no.
She's
I thought it was down like on the
attached
ground
tool.
somewhere.
What are you talking about? Anyways,
Oh,
what's your attack
F6?
roll?
This thing?
What? Yeah. Why are you guys trying to combine stuff?
Could have accidentally hit F6.
Oh, okay. Is that it?
Yeah.
Anyways. What's your attack roll there, Persephone?
One is a 16. No. Yeah,
A 16?
it's a 21 to hit.
21 does hit, yeah.
So it's 3 force damage.
Okay.
And the other's a 12 to hit.
12 does not hit.
Yeah.
So, the one that Bishop hits hit, the Eldritch Blast, after he stumbles back into the cart, impacts him and sends him over, tumbling into the cart itself. As you can see him go torso first into the cart, his legs now hanging over. Seems like this soldier is unmoving, though the other one's not being touched. Fred, what are you doing?
I don't know if whacking him is necessarily the right call, so could I just try to maybe restrain and
Sure. Running forward, leaping over the bound logs there. Some flying tackle restrain attempt. Go ahead and make your athletics check. All right.
22?
As this is all unfolding, the Dominion soldier here is reaching for the signal horn on his waist. Before he's able to bring it even up to his waist, you fly over the logs, tackle him to the ground, grabbing his wrist, holding him so that he can't retrieve the horn itself. And you are grappling the soldier right now.
Able to drag him back into the bush?
You would be able to drag him a little bit.
That's good enough for me.
Alright. Sure. Stuff's in the way, but you're dragging him back into the bush. He's struggling against you. You guys see Frederica holding on to this soldier, and it seems like even with her firm grasp and control, at times he does manage to pull an arm or a hand away that she has to fight, claw, and get back under control. She doesn't have full positive control of this soldier. Fred, against you is a 21 to hit.
Hits.
All right. You take 5 points of...
Would we say she's close enough to use effective wing?
5 feet? No. Is it 5 feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, sorry. You take 5 points of damage just from him throwing an elbow back and catching the jaw. Your head whips
Fucking
back from the
motherfucker.
impact as he... What?
I called him a motherfucker.
Good. Yeah, he's still trying to go for... He's not able to get out of the grapple.
Can I use Mage Hand to try to get the horn?
Yeah, sure. With Frederica grappling him and him not even able to really get to it, you're able to at least hold the way from reaching arms as Fred's holding on to him from behind. And you pull the horn at least away. Not off. The mage hand is currently working to get it all kind of looped around and fastened. What are the rest of you doing? You're just watching Fred struggle with this guy.
I would be working to just finish him off. At this point. I don't know if everybody else is joining on, you know.
Alright. So as this is going on, Frederica, you pulling back, struggling with that Azulia using the mage hand as Fred and this Dominion soldier are in the tussle. Soldier throws the elbow back, begins to shout out. Bishop, you walk up with katana, just kind of coup de grace across the throat, and the soldier falls. You can see the wide-eyed man in chains looking at all of you. You're from the Republic. How did you... why are you here? How are you here? Thank you.
Have you noticed anything strange from the rift?
And it's here. I don't know. I don't know.
How long has it been here?
Been here as long as I have. It was here when I got here. I don't know. Everything. When you're down there, when you're around it, it makes things. I don't know how long I've been here. I don't know when I got here.
It's alright. Just try to get somewhere safe. Back where we came from.
Safe? What's safe here? How? Just.
I wish we could help you further, but at the moment, we're incapable.
Alright. Go be safe, okay? Just get out of here, whatever you can do, okay? Just try and hide along the way.
Just stay in the forest until we come get you. Alright?
At that, he nods and begins to shuffle away
And protect.
in chains. The rest of you dragging the bodies of the soldiers back into the brush. You creep forward and get a view over the operation here. First thing that you definitely notice, the large rift hanging ominously over the dig site.
How far is it?
It's fairly far. Let me use one of you to see. The very edge. I can't really tell.
I'm sorry, what was that?
A billion feet.
What?
Oh,
A billion.
Wow,
feet.
time to break my legs.
Billion. I'd say a little bit less.
You cut out.
A little bit less than 200 feet.
Okay. Alright. I think I got a plan.
Alright, what is it?
Alright, Melody. Remember you did that thing. You made me invisible. And Azul, you can fly with your wings. You think that if we did that, you could close the rift unnoticed? We have a lot of enemies to deal with already. Last thing we need is fiends, too.
Okay. Sure.
You let me know if that makes sense to you.
I'll just, yeah. She just turns to Azul.
Azul, what do you say?
Yeah, well, based off of how unclear that worker was, and yes, that should be priority.
If things go wrong, you could be a sitting duck.
If I'm being honest, I'm quite used to it.
Well, if that's going to be the answer, then just have my back, okay? I'll cast greater invisibility on Azul.
Could he get there within a minute?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to give him guidance.
Okay.
Alright. Do what you can. Be safe.
I'll try to cover you as best as I can,
Oh,
in case something goes wrong.
right. I'll do protection from good and evil on him as well. Evil and good,
Alright.
whichever it is.
Matters which one are you saying? Which one are you choosing? Are you choosing protection from good or protection from evil?
Evil, clearly the evil. I mean, unless we're bad. Are we bad? I don't think we're bad. Maybe we're bad. I'm
Are
not
we
sure.
That's the
bad?
question.
Kind of feel bad, to be
Bishop
honest.
apparently feels it.
We've done bad things. We've done bad things.
Alright, so. Guys are.
Use the flight. Go.
You have a minute of gem flight?
Yeah.
So. Protection from good and evil. Guidance. Greater invisibility. Gem. Azul, you stare down this rift. This. You would call it that. This is unlike anything that you've seen, even in Silver Lake. It seems it's larger. It seems powerful. And almost cold. As if it were, it's exuding this feeling, this almost like a personality of confidence.
What the fuck?
This cruel confidence. Something you're staring into something that you don't know what it is. But it knows what it's doing. That's the feeling that you get, and it's weird. Not a person. But taking all of this, expanding your gem wings, you take flight and begin to head towards it. Get to within 30 feet of the rift, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me double check. I think it is. Yeah, it's 30.
Alright. That's pretty damn close. You can see as you fly over the scene below you, you can see many of these guards, soldiers. You can see watchtowers, scaffolding. You see a robe-clad member of the Dominion standing beneath with a stave, almost examining, studying it. You see on top of this large boulder that has been dug out in the center, piles and piles of humanoid bones. You get to within 30 feet of the rift. And as you reach in, and you grab the club-sized tuning fork, the rift key, there's a moment of doubt. Just a moment of doubt in your head. As you begin to point the rift key towards this mass of evil, this cold, calculating energy, you hear
I
something.
dibbled.
What?
No, sorry, it wasn't for you.
Okay. You hear something. In your head, you hear a voice. A voice that takes you but a split second to place, because you've heard it before, though it's not one you're necessarily familiar with. A feminine voice. I wouldn't do that if I were you.
You again.
Me again.
Why
You
not?
look. Hmm?
I just said why not.
Yeah. You glance around, and you can see, not too far away, flying.
Oh fuck.
Is this the same voice as in Silver Lake?
No.
Okay.
Same voice from the winged lady? Is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
Doing?
Yes.
Winged
Yes.
lady voice, okay.
Okay, that doesn't change my statement.
Yeah. This is not the fight you want, right? I have no loyalties. The fools you see below. Do with them as you will. Quarrel and fight to your heart's content. But if you reach for that, you may just grasp it. I do not think you are ready.
I don't care for the Dominion. This is why I'm here. It
Are you sure?
must be stopped. Of course.
Ah. Yes. You are the one. I see. Yes. You are the one following me. Ah. You're searching for that which attacked your little town, aren't you? No, that was not this. See, this is not a portal for demons. Those would have come from the Dominion you are not so concerned about. If you wish, to challenge an enemy you are not yet ready for, then go ahead. But you will die. Do came for and stop what you came for. And perhaps live. You have about half a minute left on everything.
Regardless of what you say, this rift must be closed.
Not here. Not now. And not by you.
And by who? When?
You not sense it. It does not fear you. It does not even acknowledge. The others lashing out violently like a child throwing a tantrum. They can be stopped, they could be quelled. This is above you. Do not force my hand. Azul, you can try. But you're running. Take much longer. You might not have fly to the rest of the group. The basic gist of what has happened, just to be clear, is that this being that you've been discussing, talking with, has claimed that this rift is not because of the creature, the demons that attacked Crystal. And also claims that as long as you don't touch it, whatever it is, isn't going to interfere. But that's totally up to you to assess the risk of. You're not sure what exactly is going on here. You only know what you see, what you hear. If you have any question. As this is going on and you all are watching, you watch as Azul reached out. Well, you don't see anything actually because he's invisible. Never mind. Y'all don't see anything. As you guys are waiting, staring at this rift that seems very... It's different than rifts that you have seen before. It's almost like it is further along, more developed, more advanced. There is a design to it, a symmetry, something about it that seems different than just these rips in space and time and portals to other planes. It's gives you a little bit of an uneasy feeling. Snapping you out of it, you hear shouting from below in a goblinoid language. It sounds as if one of the soldiers is calling up. Not necessarily at you, doesn't seem like they've noticed your presence, but maybe something along the lines of, well, for some reason they're calling up, waiting for a response from the Dominion soldiers up here.
Could I attempt to, I'll turn to Bishop and say, Drac Thor, something, just Drac, just your Drac. Your voice is deeper than mine.
Alright. Rock.
I don't know. Just call it
Where's
like a
Dirk?
Where's Dirk when you need him?
Wait,
Hasn't
what?
he got up yet?
What did she say? How am I going? Oh,
I thought like the whole thing was he was supposed to stay back till shit got, because he had a giant chicken.
Yeah, you're right. Should we just go? Should we make a scene? I mean, not a scene, a fight. Should we go fight? I don't know what to do.
Hingmerlock, the Drac.
Screw this. I'm just gonna. Jeez, oil's about to break loose. The gig is up, guys. The gig is up. No, I don't know.
Could I
Before
throw
you
my fuzzy
ungig the
object?
gig.
You're gonna your fuzzy object?
Yeah.
Sure. Are you gonna like chuck it down there? What are you doing?
I'm chucking it. I can't.
Down the stairs? In front of you? I don't know.
Sure, they'll look down, I guess. Let's do that.
Is she
this is
invisible, by the way?
No one is invisible except
For Azul, right?
She's not. Yeah.
So I just see her flying in the air. Like, we all
Yeah,
just see
about
her.
a couple, like 300.
I can
I'm
hit
just
that.
eyeballing it.
Hello.
I can hit that.
Oh shit.
Amazing. Research me.
Oh man. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Fred. What were you doing?
I'm throwing my ball.
Okay.
I guess down here.
All right. Go
I
ahead
think
and
it's a
roll
D8.
your ball die.
Roll my ball die. Rolling a D8. Consulting the table.
Uh huh. 5. What's a 5?
Is it the rat? Come on, rat. Come on, rat.
That would be. Hold on, wait.
Is that pepper?
A
Is that
5. Okay, I
Boris?
found it. It's pepper. It's pepper.
It's Pepper. Oh my god, Pepper. Yeah. Oh my god, Pepper, you're too doing. Stop. You're crazy kitty. Let's scale you down a bit.
Oh, Pepper's down there. Oh shit.
Well, no, that's not where she threw it. I'm just
Oh,
using
okay.
this to scale Pepper down. Just because Pepper's too big right now.
Oh yeah, Pepper is big.
Pepper needs to fucking chill.
Pepper's doing her best.
She's doing her best. Leave her alone.
Yeah. I would think Bishop would be watching towards this general area. I mean, Bishop said he was gonna cover Azul, so he's probably just watching, waiting
How
for
far
a
can you
moment.
throw? How far can you throw something?
Not far. It's like 60 feet. I want to say. Hold up.
Ah, that's pretty cool.
Not far. What
That's pretty
the
far.
heck? Some of my
She's-
spells will make
she's strong.
Ghost.
She's shrunk.
Yeah, you can get
He's
you can
strong
get
as
Pepper
hell.
right there. There you go. Go Pepper.
I choose you, Pepper.
Okay. So what's going on? As the panther is chucked,
Well, Panther's chucked.
what is
It's wait, no, hold on. It's 20 feet, not 60 feet.
20 feet? That's very
Yeah, that's what I was looking. Mm-hmm.
All right. So,
That's stupid. That
as
should
the
be based on
panther
like your
is
strength.
yeah, right. What are you doing, Azul?
So, calculated devil you are then. Everything you think is probably already planned.
I am simply telling you the truth of the matter. I do not care what happens to these people down there. I do not care what happens to you. But her, she is all I care for. And if you touch her, you will die.
Very presumptuous of you. You expect to know me.
What are you doing, Azul?
I barely know myself. But I know I must shut this down. And I'm gonna take the key and use it.
All right, Azul. With that, you point the rift key at the large rift itself, and you can feel the vibration of the key as it rattles your arm up to your shoulder, into your chest and torso. This feedback, this loop that you are engaging in is unlike any rift you've ever tried to close before. And the moment that you take the key out and point it towards the rift, the devil, the fiend, she takes out a sword and begins to fly towards you at full speed.
I would shoot at her. If I'm
Alright.
seeing her fly towards. Yeah.
Gun or bow?
Bow. It's the only way I could have enough range.
Alright, so Azul, you get out, you take out the key, you are holding it with one hand. You have to bring your other hand as it quickly begins to almost vibrate out of your hand. It's near painful, both physically and mentally, as you focus on this rift. The fiend flies towards you. Bishop, you get out your bow and draw, aiming towards her, and that's where we'll pick up next time.
Ooh, the drama.
What a crazy twist in.
As Pepper makes her debut.
We're in danger.
Debut.
Especially with this boss music. Crazy.
Oh, this episode is dramatic. Am I right, guys?
Alright.
Oh man, too much stuff happened. I need
If I
that
didn't know better.
I need that custom class buff. For next. What?
What do you mean buff?
Buff. Silly you.
Yeah, it should have a like some sort of class feature like womanizer whenever you're in
Oh my god.
within 30 feet of
Bye
another.
everybody, good night.